Dude, the Chinese New Year is just a symbol. It's the year of the dragon. You don't have to be a predator, you know what I mean? But hey, people don't seem to get the memo. And recently on that note, there's been some allegations made against the YouTuber Cody Ko, which sucks because I love his content, you know, kind of grew up watching him alongside some other creators that you can maybe assume my content's influenced by. If you haven't heard the details and this is your first exposure to it, I'll give you the brief rundown. So the reason that people are even talking about this is mainly because of two videos. The D'Angelo Wallace video posted called an uncomfortable conversation about Cody Ko that has 2.5 million views, and then Cody Ko situation is crazy by Moist Critical with 5.3 million views. Now this Charlie video is just him talking about the D'Angelo Wallace video, as you can see, so this video is truly the one that started it all. Now what about this video is so important? Well, this video succinctly summarizes allegations made against Cody Ko by another YouTuber named Tana Mojo, where what happened is allegedly, and yeah, I am going to be saying allegedly, I know there's a lot of people who are unanimously in agreement that this 100% happened without any shadow of a doubt, and that's okay. Like, you're allowed to believe it at face value, you're allowed to be skeptical at face value. I don't care where you stand, but as these allegations are still allegations and nothing's been acknowledged by Cody, that's how I'm going to describe what's been said. That doesn't mean that I don't believe anything, I just know the story's ongoing. So as of the time I'm recording this, allegedly, when Tana Mojo was 17 and Cody Ko was 25, they had hooked up.
Hey there, sweetie. How old are you?
16.
18.
Yeah, first.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
This clip started making the rounds and people were understandably perturbed because if Tana Mojo was 17, you would have been 25. So people started speculating and Tana decided to set the record straight.
I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
She claims that not only were you fully aware of her age at the time, but someone even tried to stop you and you went ahead anyway.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a playlist live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
To be clear, 17 is under the age of consent in many states, including Florida, where Playlist Live used to take place. So this means that Tana Mojo is accusing you of statutory rape.
So yeah, in summary, that's basically what she's saying happened. That at this Playlist Live party, she and Cody Ko were talking, or something happened where eventually Cody was told by Gabby Hanna that Tana was 17 and that he shouldn't do anything, but then Cody still went on and hooked up with her. Now, I think we can all agree that 17 and 25 is not appropriate at the very least, and is a serious allegation, one worthy of addressal from Cody, as in some states it is a crime, but more importantly, many view that behavior to be inherently predatory and disgusting. Now, these videos were posted 6 and 5 days ago respectively. Cody has been inactive on his main channel for 4 weeks and has not responded. He's getting nuked with dislikes now from these two videos, which have in total at this point, what is this? Like almost 8 million views in total, and then all the other videos covering this probably accumulate to 10 million combined views of people who know about this. So they're not going to Cody's video and disliking it on a mass scale. And then if you go to his other channel 7 days ago, literally one day before the D'Angelo Wallace video came out, he was posting and had been posting pretty consistently. And then so it's sort of, he just dropped the consistency conveniently as soon as these allegations came out. Now, I think one thing's for certain, these should be addressed. I don't care if you're a person who thinks that they are completely not substantive and that these allegations are not to be believed based on who Tana Mojo is as a person, or the fact that the corroborating story of this entire thing happening is Gabby Hanna, who's also unreliable in your opinion. You can have those opinions, but I think it is important for Cody to respond to this. I mean, if it is not true and Cody is in the right, what an amazing opportunity to get a 10 million view video exposing these two big creators for spreading false information and doing all the people and victims of false accusations a big favor for standing up for the truth, you know what I mean? But the fact that he hasn't done that and has done actually a lot of other things since these videos have dropped makes it seem pretty shady, at least in my opinion. I am hearing some people say that he doesn't need to respond based on the fact that no actual evidence has been provided, it's just personal spoken testimony, and I guess that's a thing you can believe, but I don't think that's a fair standard to hold when what is confirmed I think is enough to make what she's saying at least somewhat believable. Like, these two do know each other, they have been seen in photos together, so it's not like they're strangers and this is just completely fabricated. And the fact that the story was corroborated by somebody ages ago is also, I think, making this valid, or at least not a total nothing burger. So I don't know, if that's your take, I guess feel free to argue with me in the comments, but that's just not something that I believe personally. And what a lot of people seem to believe is that him choosing not to respond is him trying not to basically post an admission of guilt. But moving on here, the update, and the reason that I'm making this video instead of just covering the allegations as allegations is because I think this update is sort of a indictment on Cody's priorities. Here we have a post saying, "No time to address things, but enough time to DJ in Vegas at Cody Co. At the Encore Beach Club in Vegas, Cody Co, Friday, July 19th. And look at him, he's all rizzed up. He's got his hair slicked back, shades looking fire. I wonder what he'll DJ. Not like us, perhaps? Okay. Anyway, this was basically one day ago. It's a little after midnight. It's now Sunday, but you know, it's basically Saturday night for me. And it's been a week since the allegations have dropped. And I just don't believe he hasn't seen them by now. I just don't believe that. I mean, there just isn't any way that either he's heard about it directly or that his wife has heard about it or that something has gone through his ear saying, hey, you know, have you seen this? There's just no way. Two things this guy's definitely heard in the past week. Trump got shot and you're getting accused of hooking up with a 17-year-old. Now, to be, I guess, a little bit fair to him, like, what is he gonna do? If they've booked him months in advance, is he just gonna not DJ now because something's come up? Like, you know, that might be tough. I don't know if he's obligated to do that. I don't know the details, so as to be as fair as possible, I guess, like, you know, people saying he's not responding, but he is DJing, that doesn't prove that he isn't responding, I guess. Like, maybe he's working on something, and like, what is he gonna do? Not DJ and like spend all day working on a response? I agree that it is important and should be top priority, but also two things can be true at once. Not to make this comparison to insinuate that Cody's innocent, but Quite, for example, took forever to respond in that situation and then dropped his like hour-long video disproving his accusers. And so, you know, Cody might not have that same kind of moment, but again, you are still allowed to like live your life to some extent in the midst of a controversy. Like, yeah, I mean, he is under these accusations and yeah, he should respond insta, but like, what is he gonna do? Like, is he not allowed to get groceries? Well, you're buying groceries? Bro, don't you have better things to do, like respond? Either way, I did say, I'm sure he'll drop an I'm sorry before the bass drops. Just all my boss boys, just all my boss boys, I'm sorry for touching a 16-year-old. Bang-a-rang, bass, wow. That's how it's gonna go. It's gonna be cinematic, directed by Nolan.
It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship.
Fuck the tiny crumb of charity I was giving this guy, because if you actually look at him DJing, it is the funniest shit I've ever seen, especially when you think about what's happening right now. Absolutely insane. Cody Co's DJing like nothing happened. Look at this guy. Maybe my sense of humor is twisted, but this is just so funny to me. Oh, look at this, hands in the air like you just don't care. That's a response. He just doesn't care. She was 17 and... Drop the bass. Drop the bass. Drop the bass. Drop the bass. That's what he's more focused on, obviously. I mean, to have real life hate watchers is insane. But it gets even funnier. I'm going to try to steer clear of too much of the audio because it's copyrighted music, but in case you're curious how Cody is doing, this is right now at the Encore Beach Club in Las Vegas, even spinning tracks from Tiny Meat Gang, and looks like filming it for content. These are all videos I could find so far. Okay. Cody. I wonder if this is a 21 and over event. Crickets. Okay, I'll get off the stage. You guys know that I actually, side tangent, I'm sorry, this is inappropriate for like timing wise, but I actually do want to do stand-up at some point, like just to try it out. And I have this one joke that I'm working on, and I want you guys' thoughts on it. So I used to think that hostile and hospitable were the same word, they meant the same thing, which doesn't seem like it matters, but then I told my friend in the KKK that I think black people are hospitable, and he got so mad at me. It's like, dude, you really lose friends over the silliest things. Okay, sorry. I want your thoughts on that. Look at these movements. These dance moves are so... The self-imposed TSA screening. Oh, it's so goated. The thing too is, like, I hate to say this, the dude's got good DJ taste. I can't put all the songs in here that he's playing, but the track IDs are pretty solid. I DJ myself. You can ask Turkey Tom, but he had a little party at VidCon. I DJ'd for it on my Instagram. There's a photo of me. You can see the DJ table. Dude, we've DJ'd similar songs. Am I cooked? Yeah, so I think it is definitely fair to criticize him for doing this instead of having some sort of acknowledgement that something's been said by now. Like, the bare minimum type of addressing is crazy. And you have to think about it too. I mean, Cody Co is a commentary channel, and there's a lot of things that he doesn't do anymore that he used to do, like That's Cringe. And in That's Cringe, basically it was a series where he would talk about a figure or a show or something and cringe at it, right? Because of the content, and that's totally fine. But some of the videos in this series involve figures like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. He even had a video specifically like about like fuck Logan Paul after the Suicide Force video. video. And if I remember correctly, part of that video was him roasting his apology. Like, oh dude, fuck your apology. Like, this is so fake and forced. Like, basically going after him for his response. And like, in a way, not that this is a response, but it's like, it's also, you know, say something without saying something is sort of what I gather from this. Like, in the midst of all this shit, he's just like business as usual. And this is, I think, a pretty serious thing that should be addressed. Not that this proves anything, but I have a funny clip here from an old podcast that Cody did with Noel.
Fuck. Do you imagine being 25, sitting in classes, pretending you're 16?
God damn, dude.
Just learning about like the periodic table and shit.
Oh my god.
You're like, yeah. Oh, gold. Yeah. Girls being like, hey, you're on varsity, right? And you're like, oh, listen.
I can't
Listen,
talk
this
to
is
you.
this
isn't a good idea.
I'm here for business reasons. Okay, you. The fuck?
I didn't say anything, okay? I didn't say anything. That was just them talking, and I just showed you what they said. That's it. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is actually criticism on the person named Brittany Broski, who's collaborated with Cody Co several times. And she's being flamed based on the response that she's put out regarding the situation as someone who's been with Cody before. So she goes, I'm crushed to learn about the Cody allegations. If it's proven to be true, then that's extremely upsetting as a collaborator and longtime fan. I find all this disturbing, inappropriate, and just flat out disappointing. She basically condemns the actions if they come out to be totally proven, and yeah, she would obviously not hang out with him anymore. Now, what people have an issue with, and I give a shout out to Diesel Patches for covering this, is that they're mad because she says, if it's proven to be true, basically implying that she should 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, without any sort of anything, just believe what Tana's saying as of right now, which I think is a crazy standard to hold, and I'm going to play a bit of Diesel's video.
People had an issue with this response because she uses the word if in talking about whether he's guilty or not, and that one word was enough to get people to turn on her.
12 hours ago, Brittany Broski offered a statement on the Cody Co and Tana Mongeau situation. Now, in this statement, I really don't like the fact that Brittany says, if it's proven to, be true. Because that is invalidating Tana's experience, and there's a lot of people who have corroborated the story.
So Brittany put on her Instagram story today, I'm crushed to learn about the Cody allegations. If it's proven to be true, then that's extremely upsetting as a collaborator and long-time fan. If it's proven to be true is crazy. If it's proven to be true. Not only has Tana stuck to the same story, not only are there clips from Tana and Cody at that time period where it's really weird flirting.
Brittany Broski in her male apologist ways as always. If it's proven to be true, she was better off not saying anything at all. I had no idea about this whole Tana and Cody Co rumor, and I'm chronically online, but to say if it's true, girl, what? Girls protect girls, hello.
Like, what are you even saying? Girls protect girls? She's just hearing about this. She's known Cody for a while, and you're expecting her to turn on him like this based on spoken word testimony and not expect at least a little bit more to come out? I think that's kind of insane. She's probably experiencing a lot of emotions right now, and then, she's made this statement basically condemning the actions, and now you're saying like, oh, that's just still not enough. I find that so insane.
If it turns out to be true, it's literally bless her heart and truly so backhanded. Girl, fuck you. Hey, does someone want to ask Brittany Broski how'd she like it to be proven for her? If Brittany Broski is the most disgusting male apologist, and I can't believe she has a platform.
What are you talking about? You can't believe she has a fucking like, what are you saying? I swear to God. It's not that I don't see Cody getting hate, because I do, but then it's like for Brittany Broski to be getting fucking hate to condemn these things if they're 100% true is insane. It's insane.
Brittany, fire your publicist, because why would you word it like that? Now, some of you might say, well, Cody obviously did it, so for Brittany to use the word if implies it's not definite. Yeah, you know who else used similar wordage? D'Angelo Wallace, the guy who started the domino effect in commentary videos on this topic. He wasn't the first one, but he's the one that got pretty much everyone to talk about it. And everyone is pretty much in agreement that overall it's a good video, which is fine, but it makes zero sense for you to have a positive view on D'Angelo's wordage while bashing Brittany for how she worded her response. D'Angelo even went...
Yeah, literally. The reason everyone's talking about this is because of the D'Angelo video and the critical video talking about the D'Angelo video. And then, Brittany makes a response, presumably after watching one of the two, and then says the same thing as them, and she's getting hate. Makes no sense. I feel like Keemstar Why am I still getting hate? But it's not me. It's Brittany. Brittany, I'm sorry that's happened. But hey, yeah, pretty crazy situation all around. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Cody responds. I mean, he has to, right? I mean, is he gonna pull like a mini lad and just like keep posting? Like, what's the deal here? I don't know. He seems unbothered right now. He's having fun, day drinking and DJing. So cool. But you know, I would assume to see further updates on this story. So hey, for now, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're at all new to the channel. Follow my social medias, links are all down below. And I'll be seeing you guys all in the next one. Goodbye.